Your hair growth cycles are like the seasons and phases in life. We have three. We have our catagen phase, our anagen phase, our catagens phase, and our telogen phase. Think of it as ACT. And these are in correlation with the seasons that we have in life, and as well the opportunity for you to give your walk with God in an intimate light. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me define all of them first. So the anagen phase is the active phase of growth, and that can go from 0 all the way to, not 0, 1 all the way to 6, but that can be prolonged. And then we as well have the catagen phase, which is the part where your follicles start to shrink down. Then your telogen phase is when they're actually separating. That's when hair falls come. So the beautiful part about everything is our hair is growing 85% of the time. So you are more so in the growing cycle more than you are any other phase. Now, of course, we have different situations that have been stress, medical issues, things of that nature that can sometimes impede on that process and cause a delay or a lower percentage. But there's ways to handle that, and we'll talk about that shortly. But we as well have the space in place where you have opportunities of growth, not growth, but a moment phrase to just breathe, reflect, which is that catagen phase where things are starting to shrink down. Telogens where separate, think about that as you're ending a telephone call or you're ending a cycle in situations where you no longer need, so it's letting go. Now, I always like to attribute these to the seasons even that we have with summer, winter, spring, and fall. So summer and spring are the catagen phase. The catagen phase is more so winter time, and telogen phase is fall. Now, those are out of different orders because the seasons are cycle, and that's 4. But I say all this to say things are connected. Remember that I always say that our hair is like a tree and we're like a plant. And that's true. Just like the earth, we have different times of the year where we do different things, and the earth is in a different spot at this point, and then it goes to a different point. And even in cycles of the 7 years and such, we're in a whole different area of the universe on different parts in the axis of the solar system as we go about in the everyday. So you may be wondering, why does this matter? And it is beautiful because you can jump in and jive on this hair growth journey at any moment, meaning it's beautiful to start whenever you are at, wherever you are at, because that's the cycle. The only constant in life is change and creator. And when you are on your growth journey, you are actually imparting and impeding to allow yourself to embrace, reflect into your life reflections. And that is the beauty of it, because our hair growth is a part of what you're experiencing every day, your environment, the things you surround yourself, the things you impart into your body, meaning your moisture, meaning your nutrients, your vitamins, minerals, even the things you watch, the things you listen to, the gossip, drama, hopefully none, the words that you speak even out of your mouth. Remember, death and life is in the power of the tongue, and that is right here. And what you watch, that is your gateway portals, and what you hear is a gateway portal too. And your hair is an antenna. It feels and senses the environment around you. So you actually have a big major role to play on this growth journey, because you can kind of swap out things to actually increase your anagen phase, which is the growing cycle. And so when you are increasing your growing cycle, you are using natural herbs and butters to assist on your hair growth journey, which are individualized to your hair type. That's why you should have a supported natural hair consultant, hairstylist to help you on that journey. And as well, you are making sure you're getting your support throughout your life cycle with your checkups and things from your doctors, your healthcare providers, and things of that nature, because all of them come together and they all mean something, where it is a big piece and portion of how you're going to be able to take care of yourself. And these are cycles. Go summer, winter, spring, fall. You're going to the dentist, getting checkups, and even that, your dentist care too, because your teeth are connected to your heart. So if you're having bad oral hygiene and such, that can affect to the points of your circulatory system, your cardiac system, which is the giver of the food on your hair. So this is really a big piece to start attributing and putting in the effort, opportunity to grow from the inside out. And that's the same thing with earth. It grows from the inside out. Literally, the roots is where the trees rely, their sources of nutrients and things. And so you have to get to the root cause of things to see why things may not be working, functioning correctly in your body system. Remember, you're a system. You're not just a human being. You're actually a spiritual being having a human experience, but then we have these systems in our bodies that go into different areas. Think of your body like an ecosystem. So the ecosystems of life, we have different types of areas. We have deciduous tropical rainforests, we have deserts, we have tundras. These are ecosystems that our body, again, we're an ecosystem. Our body is an organ system. We have about 11. Then you as well have the different pieces that attribute, because we're a human being having we're a spiritual being and having a human experience. So you have to take care of your temple. That's why Creator says he loves to reside in our temples. He didn't say it just like that. There's an exact quote. Your body is a temple, and it honors the Most High when you work and move in a certain efficient manner. And that's why your hair is a crown of glory, because it's at the top. And that as well even gets into our chakra systems, where people sometimes get weirded out about those words, but all that means is energy. Chakra means energy, just like energy means like force. Like everything in the earth is energy. So energy is not created or destroyed. It's only transferred and transformed. So you can transfer and transform your things into a better area, better environment by doing specific things to meet the needs of what you need for those moments. So in actuality, it's a very beautiful thing, and it allows you to become one and cycle into your growth. Think of wintertime as a very good time to reset, replant, renew, and that's again the time where Catagen, where it pause, reflect, shrinks back. And that's a seclusive time. It's a lot more colder in northern hemisphere areas, and that's as well a moment for you to gain your composure back, to see how you can do things a little better, how life can be in a certain way when you put and impart in certain deep ways, and you can get plans together at that time. And it's really a good time to like become one with yourself, so you can kind of see the things that meet you according to where you want to be, where you need to be, and all of those good things. So in actuality, all of the phases are good. We want to be in Catagen the highest time. And how do you elongate that? Your peace of mind is really a big piece, because when you have a lot of stress on the nervous system, which is the other part, because the blood-brain barrier is what feeds the hair, you are not getting the highest growth time in your hair. You're actually shortening it at times, maybe depending on your family history or even just in general. So learning how to emotionally regulate is going to be a big piece. And that's really what the Bible is talking about all throughout, is about our emotions, regulating, being able to speak, have a relationship Creator, so that we can become a very better version. So it's cool, because people may not think about it like that, but it's a really big psychology book, and it's as well a metaphysical, scientific, it's everything. It tells you the answers on how to get things done, even down to the pieces of like when you're having issues with the body. Like, yes, you can have physicians and everybody and all of that, but using things from the earth as well is going to really enhance that journey for not just your hair, but as well your overall life, because everything that we need is found here on the earth. And so when we start getting back, and especially in today's times with everything going on, it'd be really good for you to start finding ways to take care of your health in ways that can be help and supplement it possibly with different herbal or complementary medicine, so you're not relying just on specific things just in case anything happens. And so pausing. Okay, so while we are on this topics about catagen, anagen, telogen phase, anagen, catagen, telogen phase, we also want to make sure we are thinking about the phases of our personal development too, because you may be in a space where you want to pause and reflect, but then you need to be growing in certain areas too. So putting in those self-care, self-love days are going to be key to the growth that you're seeking as well, because sometimes we don't have the moments to just pause and reflect as much as we would like to, but it's still a necessary piece and portion, so that we can clear our heads, clear our minds, be in a good, positive mindset, and as well just have the opportunity to recharge. You have to recharge. Remember, Creator had a day of rest. On the 7th day, try and do one every 7 days if possible, or 20 minutes a day. That adds up into 27, 140. That's about 2 hours starting if you do it every day, and then 1 day of rest for certain things, not doing your daily routine. That's how we get out of the mundane of things and really start activating and loving the lives that we have, so that we can have a better peace of mind, fortitude, all that, your strength, and not deplete out and burn out, because a lot of us are still taking care of other things. We cannot just focus on hair all day 24/7. There's other things to do in this life. And remember, you are not to be adorned just by jewelry, but as well from the inside out, your beauty. And that is a big key to this whole aspect of things, because at the end of the day, you are how you treat others, and you need to treat yourself doing to others as you want to have yourself doing to you. That is a big self-love, self-care memo, motto, and it's cultural, it's universal. So let's really start taking that and putting it into our lifestyle. When we go on this walk and we're doing our growth cycles and things, recharging in nature is key. It lets us deplete all the energy out from our body that was not serving us. Even when it's cold, you have to go outside sometimes and walk and get around and things, or go ahead and do something that's fun, creative, collective to you. But as well, progressing, and on the times when you're growing, doing the personal development onto whatever paths, such as career or certain skill sets. These are going to be key too, because remember, your neuroplasticity is a big part. Be ye not conformed by this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So really start diving in on ways on how you can not beat the system, but more so fix time that it correlates and honors you and your body and things of that nature. And so I want us to really start chiming in, and doing our very better best to love ourselves, honor ourselves, especially on this walk now, knowing that we have our Anagen, Catagen, Telogen phase, which is leading the cause for our hair growth. Remember, hair is one of the last things to grow on the body. That, glowing skin, and long nails. And so we have to do our part for the rest of us before we can even get to that part that we are seeking, which is that beautiful tresses. And so I am, again, a certified wellness specialist, and as well an advanced natural hair consultant, and I can truly get you on a loving, peaceful manner on your hair growth journey. You can go ahead, click the link in my bio, and as well go ahead and join my free community, which is a holistic hair wellness piece, where it can get you started in an efficient manner as well. So you have a great day and a night. Remember, we're restoring our tree to grow. Essentially, yes, our hair is a tree. We are like a plant, and we have the ability to plant seeds, inspire others, and inspire change. So you have a great day and or night whenever you're watching this, and I look forward to seeing and being with you soon. All right, bye.